Hey, welcome to the Lynn and Tony Know podcast. I'm your host, Lynn.
And I'm Tony. We are both wellness coaches and married with kids.
Join us as we talk about all things health, wellness, relationships, life hacks, parenting, and everything in between unfiltered. Thanks for listening, and let's get into it.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hi, Bronxy.
This is Bronxy, our co-host for today.
Bronxy's our puppy.
He's not quite a puppy anymore.
I'm using puppy in like the universal sense of like, yeah, he ain't no spring chicken. Are you? He's a good boy though.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're,
How's summer?
Summer is officially here. We had July 4th weekend.
We're halfway through almost.
Yeah, and it's just, it feels like a lot happening, but also kind of in this pause place.
Why?
Especially because, with our business, we're in like a transitional period, and
we'll transition.
We're working on things and getting ready for fall in a sense, while also, you can't really move forward with certain things because everybody's on vacations, and it's just hard when you're running your own business that's centered around parents. It's hard to run it during the summer, to move forward.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure that out, because here's the thing, is there is never a season where you're not preparing for the next one. Like, think about it. You go to fall, and then as soon as fall hits, you are thinking about the avalanche of holidays that is about to come right at your head. Yeah. So you're already thinking about winter when you hit fall.
Yeah, I think being parents, you're always thinking in the future, and I think the skill is to come back to the now, to this moment, because we're always kind of 10 steps ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you can say that about literally any season, so you might as well enjoy whatever you're in, which is what we're doing.
Yeah, we're trying to,
Nope.
We are. We're doing it.
We are doing it.
We're doing it.
We are doing it every single week, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It is a net positive every single week in this summer, because we just decided that's what it's going to be. We decided to have a great summer. Like, this is like, for me, this is like a throwback summer. Maybe even throwing it back to like before I even enjoyed summer. Like, this feels like a lo-fi summer. Like, our joy is coming from being in nature, whether we're at the beach, whether we're at the lake, whether we're on a walk to a different park, just because we want to try something else new. Like, it's that simple. Like, we're making different choices. We're doing stuff because it's better than not doing stuff.
Yeah.
And it's working.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time.
It's having a great time. We had a really nice, long holiday weekend.
Yeah.
And we did all stuff that could have been very stressful and dysregulating and knocked us off, like going to the beach on July 3rd, like on a holiday weekend, where everybody and their mother is at the beach, and it's crowded and there's traffic and it's hard to find parking. Add on a heat wave, like it was 100 degrees.
Like, you could not literally walk in the sand barefoot. It was scorching.
Old me would have been like, "There's no way in hell I'm dragging my whole family to the beach on a holiday weekend. We're staying home. Like, we're staying home."
6 months ago, me would have said no thanks, Tom Hanks.
Yeah. And we just were like, no, like, we'll get through whatever we need to get through, and we'll take everything in stride. We did, and we drove, and there was like a ton of traffic, and we made the best out of it. And I didn't feel like stressed at all. I was like, whatever happens, happens. Like, we'll get to the beach when we get to the beach, and we're going to enjoy our time, like whatever it is. And I think like letting go of the expectations. And a lot of times when you're a parent and you have kids, you're so concerned with are they going to have fun? Are they going to be okay? Like, is it going to be too stressful for me? Are they going to melt down? And you're kind of like in this hyper vigilant mode where you don't even like enjoy yourself, because you're just constantly anticipating everyone's needs. Which leads to
your kids don't enjoy themselves.
Yeah, your kids, they feel your energy. And like, on the drive, on the way, Tony and I did a breath work to kind of get our nervous systems like in a safe, calm place, so that whatever happens on the way, like we'll be able to handle it. And it
that
worked.
was actually for the lake, but I want to talk about that too, because that day was nutty as well.
Yeah.
So we went back to back. We did a sequel. First on Friday, on July 3rd, we went to Long Branch to the beach. Okay, nuts. Took us, I don't even know,
and
2 hours.
And it was crowded, and Noah was also being pretty difficult. And, there were some tougher moments, but all in all, like, we all had a really good time, and we got to swim in the ocean, and we got to, like, chill a little bit. And if we focus too much on, like, the hard moments and let that, like, derail the day, then our day would have been ruined. But you just got to take it as it comes,
Yeah, it's leaning in, because what happened the next day was even more chaotic in a completely different way. And that was the day that we just randomly did a breathing exercise on the way to the lake, which we love. I love it. It's so peaceful. I draw power from the ocean. I draw peace from the lake. Their bodies of water are soothing to me.
We're waterside, so yes.
I love bodies of water, but I get different energy from all of them. But this one, on the way, the night before, July 3rd, overnight, we had that massive storm, okay? And for us, it just sounded pretty harsh outside, rain, big thunders, whatever. Apparently, in Morristown, it was a little bit more severe, because once we started getting up into the hill areas, there were trees down everywhere, like big ones, big trees being held up literally by power lines only that we're driving under. So we're just banking on this not collapsing on our heads every time. And then we get closer to the lake and roads are closed. So we're turning around, having to redirect, trying to find different routes to get to this lake. Lynn calls the lake just to make sure they're open, because it looks nuts and it doesn't feel like anybody can get there, but there are people there. The staff is there and they're like, yeah, we're open. And we're like, okay, great. How do you get there? They're like, you take the main street and go this way and that way, and then you can get there. So we spent an extra 45 minutes to an hour driving around, driving under trees, around trees, stopping at trees, because we can't get through unless we want to spend the next 3 hours clearing the road. And eventually we get there right about open, maybe a half hour after open, and there's like nobody there. And so, and the lake's not even open yet, because I don't know why, probably because they're understaffed and they couldn't get everybody there in time. But ultimately, we could have turned around. Yeah. We could have said, okay, this is not our day. We'll go back home, spend the day in the air conditioning, chill out, whatever. But we didn't. We decided, nope, there's a way to get here. We're going to find it.
We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there. It will be worth it. And it was.
It was a wonderful day.
But we could have quit.
Yeah.
And then we came home and we wanted to do a fun little July 4th thing. We haven't been on our roof of our house since we bought it. Like, I literally haven't been on the roof since I went up there with the inspector. But we have a roof and we have a way to get to the roof. And Lynn was like, hey, can we watch the fireworks from the roof tonight? I was like, yeah, probably. I haven't been up there in a while, but yeah, it should be doable. So I go do a test run to see about getting all the roof hatches open. And the last hatch, because it's 100 degrees outside, the tar around the roof has melted and made it sealed shut. And again, I could have been like, okay, that's about the end of the roof adventure. We're not going to do this today. We'll figure it out another time, whatever. But I was like, you know what? I'll grab a crowbar, see if I can pry this thing open. And I did. Like, it took a little doing, but I got the roof pried open. I set up the chairs and blankets. I made you a frosé. We went up there, took some sparklers, had a great time. Made out. The fireworks were not that cool from the roof. We have delusions of grandeur about how close we were to the Hudson River, apparently, because we're not as close as we think, and the fireworks were smaller than we thought, but we still had an amazing time. Yeah. Listened to some classic rock, played with sparklers, and pretended like we were in the 90s.
Yeah. And what's the lesson in all of this?
The lesson is you can either avoid all the discomfort that summer can bring, and this is literally, you can apply this to any part of your life. You can avoid all the discomfort, you can stay comfortable, and you can keep whatever peace you think you're going to have with that, and that's one way to go. And I understand that route. I've taken that route many, many, many times. It is easier. It is an easier way to go. Or you can lean into some of the discomfort and understand that on the other side of that discomfort is probably joy. And I know that sounds cheesy as hell.
No, but it's true. It's literally the theme of the summer.
But listen, I'm a bit cheesy this summer, okay? Yeah. So it is what it is. If you lean into the discomfort, on the other side of that discomfort is probably joy. And that's what I've experienced almost daily. Like, I'm fucking wound up this summer. The World Cup's here, having a ball with that. Although the U.S. is who we thought they were yet again. We're a round of 16 team. That's okay. It was a nice run, had fun, love the controversy, love all the extracurricular side quests that go along with the World Cup being in town. And yeah, great time. Great time to be alive. Great summer to be enjoying it. And it's simply because we made a choice to enjoy the summer. And shout out Jesse Itzler. I made a reel about this, but he had a post that literally inspired me to approach summer this way, where he has a family friend that their vibe is summer hard. Every summer, we summer hard. We do all the things we can do. We cram every activity in we can, and we just have the most radical summer ever. And that's how I'm going to approach it from here on out.
Yeah. No, for sure.
That's
it's the best. These are the good old
summer
days.
hard.
Yeah,
we're in summer hard. I don't care where we are, what we're doing. We're going to summer hard.
I think part of this and part of why we're able to move through like hard moments with grace and get on the other side, to joy, is because we also take care of ourselves. We regulate our nervous systems, and you can't like. And, I talk a lot about this, as especially out in the world, and like when the content you see around like the nervous system, a lot of people focus on like the nervous system tools, but they don't focus on the habits that support these tools.
Okay.
Nutrition and movement and sleep and rest and listening to your body, right? And working with your biology, working with, with women specifically, is working with your hormones. And I think we do a really good job with our habits, supporting ourselves, creating space for ourselves. So when we are faced with discomfort, we're able to push through. Like I think an old version of me wouldn't have gone to the beach with all my kids on a very hot summer day when I know it's I get anxious when there's crowds. I hate crowds. I hate traffic. I hate looking for parking. I hate that shit. I like going on days when there's nobody. Like I like that, right? But me being in a place where I like don't care whatever happens, because it's like whatever happens, I know I can handle it, is because of the work that I've done on myself. Is because that morning I had my protein breakfast, I got a little bit of movement, I got my sunlight in, and I drank my water, and I did my breathing or whatever, I was able to get to that place, to be able to just like go with the flow,
This absolutely speaks to another dismantling of the all or nothing approach, because obviously we all have our ideal conditions of going anywhere. I don't want to go when it's crowded. I don't want to go when it's too hot. I want to go when I can find parking. I want to go when it's the cheapest. I want to go like there's all these, but like when you have 3 kids, how often do the ideal conditions present themselves? So if you wait for the ideal conditions to do literally anything, you're going to do nothing.
And also, especially with toddlers, if you're going to wait for them to be in an optimal mood or an optimal phase, then you're at home. You're just going to be home,
and you're going to lose your mind.
And that's valid too. Like I get that too. Like if you're a parent and you're struggling and you have a toddler that's, has high, is very sensitive and has high needs. Like it can be very dysregulating, off-putting, going into public spaces where you don't know how they're going to be. You don't know if they're going to have, and Noah's the same. Like she'll have her good days where she's great and she's listening and she we can be patient with her. And then there's other days that she can be more challenging in a way where she's feeling these big feelings. And it would be easy to be like, no, we're not going anywhere today. She's in her moods. Right. But we don't let that affect. We're just like, okay, today was a little bit, she was a little bit more challenged at the beach and she struggled a little bit with like the sand and she wanted us to like go, take her to the shower constantly, to wash her hands.
I spent so much time at the beach escorting my 3-year-old back and forth from the shower to wash her hands.
And that could easily throw you off and make you like annoyed or frustrated and want to leave. Like this is
was annoying.
Yeah.
It didn't make me want to leave, but I was like, all right, here we go again.
Yeah, but that's the thing, and I totally understand parents who don't want to put themselves in that position, where they have to.
and if you don't take care of yourself, you're probably like if you're a dysregulated mom right now and you're listening to this podcast and you're going, I hate these two, fuck you guys, you have no idea what it's like to be me. You're right.
No, we do know what it's like to be you.
No, we don't. We don't know what everybody else is going through. But what I will say is that you probably aren't taking care of yourself. There are probably things that you need to do first before any of this becomes doable.
Yeah.
No, like I would not just send somebody out on July 3rd on a Friday to Long Branch to take their 3 kids to the beach from a place of dysregulation, because you will come back to me and you'll punch me right in the face.
100%.
So I get it. I get that.
Yeah, 100%.
You got to do the work on yourself.
You got to get out of survival mode.
Got to get out of survival mode before you can attempt any of this, or else you're going to think
and
you're
really
nuts.
the trajectory is once you get out of survival mode and once your nervous system is in a good place.
What's the opposite of survival mode?
What do you mean?
You say get out of survival mode. What are we getting into?
Survival mode is when you're constantly in either fight or flight or freeze, right?
Okay.
When you're out of survival mode, you have more resource. You're in the safe place. Does it mean that you're always calm? No. Does it mean that you don't get, activated or dysregulated? No. But it does mean that you're able to recover from it faster and you're able to get back to like your set point.
Yes.
I still get activated. I still get anxious. I still snap sometimes, but I'm able to recover faster and I'm able to like move through it and get back to get my nervous system back to like safety. Right. And it doesn't mean that when I go to the beach, I don't get dysregulated or I don't get like overwhelmed or I do. But in those moments, I check in with myself and it's like, okay, what do you need? Okay, Tony, I'm going to go swim in the ocean really quick. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to take a moment away from this situation. I'm going to come back and have more resource to like handle Noah, handle the baby and handle Mia. You know what I mean? So it takes time to get to that place. Like, a year ago, probably I wouldn't have been able to go to the beach. I would have lost my mind, So I think really getting your nervous system in place where it can handle the dysregulation in the moment and recover from it, whereas it doesn't become your baseline.
Yeah. How would one go about doing this?
Hire me.
No, but like literally, we could not have done this a year ago. And a year ago, I would have said,
I'll tell you how. You start with, I don't get gatekeep like what I do. You start small. You start with small habits, and what you do in the morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. And if you feel like you're in survival mode, you're constantly in fight or flight, you're constantly on edge, then let's evaluate what you do first thing in the morning. Do you wake up and reach for your phone? Do you drink coffee on an empty stomach? These are all things. It's a domino effect, and we can change that. And we don't need to, and like you actually don't need to do a big overhaul. Like there's like a big misconception around this work is that I need to overhaul my whole life. No, it takes just some small shifts, waking up and taking some, just breathing. I'm not, not a whole 10, 20 minute meditation, just literally 2 minutes of breathing, gratitude in the moment, not touching your phone until you've had time to care for yourself, time to eat breakfast. A lot of moms skip breakfast, and that's like the worst thing you can do for your hormones, for your nervous system. Your body needs fuel. If your blood sugar drops, it signals to your body that you're under threat. And these are all habits that can support you feeling better. And it's really small little shifts. It's not, again, this big thing. And yeah, you can hire me, of course, but just start with your morning. Start with your morning routine. Like evaluate what you do in the morning, and taking that time of not being reactive, not like jumping into your day, taking a couple of minutes of like, you're here, you're awake, I'm going to breathe, you're safe, right? I'm safe. Okay. Nourishment, a high protein breakfast, get your blood sugar, stabilized, get your cortisol to calm down a little bit. Then have your coffee, drink your water. Your body wakes up dehydrated. Little things. Oh, yeah. A lot of moms, they wake up and they're reactive, right? They either wake up and they scroll on social media and they're just looking at news or notifications and emails, and you're starting reactive, and your body needs that time to like wake up and start there.
Love it.
Love
it. Good stuff. I had somewhere where I was going next, but you interjected with all that.
I'm sorry.
I'm lost a little bit.
Okay.
But that was great.
Okay.
I'm really glad you delivered that because, listen, like the thing is, here's why, and I'm going to pitch for you for a second, but this is why group coaching works is because you didn't say anything that most people wouldn't acknowledge as truth that they already knew. But how many people do it? How many people like really have an ownership of their mornings or a mastery of their mornings? Like one out of 4 maybe, and that might be high.
Yeah.
It's because group settings implement accountability, community, partnership. Like there's so much benefit to doing it as a group that you're gonna make strides. Like I'm a product of group container coaching, 10 years of group containers that have allowed me to grow with other men, with the accountability of other men, with the leadership of other men. And there is no replacement for that.
Yeah.
There just isn't. There simply isn't.
And I also like what I do in my cohorts. I also teach the biology of it. And I think understanding how our bodies work is like, oh, like I can't operate from this place. I can't like skip breakfast. I can't, just chug a coffee. Like something real is happening in my body. And it's not a willpower issue. You're not a failure. You're not lazy. You're just not working with your body. And I think like taking that shame away and that guilt away helps us, because shame is not a motivator. Guilt is not a motivator. Constantly feeling like, oh, I feel like shit, da 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 da. Like that doesn't help motivate you. But understanding how your body works and understanding the biology behind it, that you're not a failure. You're just not working with your body. You're not working with your biology. It's easier to implement these habits. For me too. For a long time, I was preaching and I wasn't practicing. I wasn't practicing what I preach. I thought I was immune to it because I had awareness. I was still drinking coffee on an empty stomach. I was scrolling in bed, And then at a certain point, like a year ago, I was like, I can't continue like this. I feel like shit. Like it's not working. Like it's not I know everything in theory and I can coach other women, but I'm not applying it. And the moment I started applying it, that's when obviously everything changed for me.
Oh, your capacity is completely different.
My capacity is completely different. Now, I walk downstairs and Tony helps me with he knows, okay, what are you eating for? Like, it's not even a discussion anymore that I eat breakfast and I wake up and I'm hungry and I look forward to eating breakfast and it feels good.
And again, like in our particular situation, it's accountability too. Like I know what you are trying to do every morning, and I also know that you'll be more successful if I'm on board too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah. And there's some times where I'm like, oh, I just want my coffee, and he'll push back. And like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like that's not going to make me feel good later.
You don't have to make the food. I'll make it.
Yeah. Like there's
stuff in the fridge.
And yeah, there are those moments where I want to scroll in bed. Like still, like I choose that super highway, but then like I notice how it makes me feel and it doesn't make me feel good. And the next morning, I break my phone or I leave my phone downstairs and that's it. Like it's a choice you make. And it's not like you don't fall off. I fall off literally all the time. But I restart, and that's like the beauty of this program, is that you just restart the next day, and these habits become ingrained in you. And even on hard days, you don't like shame spiral. Like, okay, I was tired maybe, and not resourced enough, so I chose like the super highway, the easy way out. But but you're so aware of how it makes you feel that you opt out, you opt into like the taking care of yourself,
One of the most stark things that I think I've seen, or at least like accepted conceptually, watching you do this work and the research you've done and the implementation that you've done and all that, is like there's a glaring difference also that I don't think most people accept between men and women and how they regulate and what's required. Like it's way different. Like what you're teaching as far as intuition goes is, for me, is like the nuts and bolts of it. Is trusting, is removing all of the noise that comes in from whether it's inherited family stuff, whether it's marketing, whether it's societal, who cares, whatever. Removing all the noise to make room for your intuition and your inner voice, because that's the one. And I think this is especially true for women. I think women are so much more capable of understanding their intuition than men are. I think it's just, I simply believe that's a biological difference. That when you make room for that intuition to come through, you all can do literally anything.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
But when you override it, you are.
I mean,
fucked.
most women do override it. Most women, they operate from the brain and not the body. Mm-hmm. And this work that I do is operating from the body. And it takes time when you're so disconnected from your intuition and from yourself, and you operate from your mind, and your mind is a liar. You know, it's you think like 20,000 thoughts or something like that. And for some
Hundreds
reason,
of thousands.
you know, you attach yourself to certain thoughts and they become truth. And you have, you know, this this inner voice, which is actually called the predator. And it's very prevalent in women, especially. You know, it's the programs that were instilled in us from childhood, from society, right? From marketing, from heroin chic, from Ozempic eras, from, you know, celebrities and that we are, you know, became disconnected from ourselves. And that's why diets don't work, you know, following a rigid diet, counting calories. And listen, sometimes that works for people. I'm not going to poo-poo, you know, I think focusing so much on counting, it overrides your intuition. Like
I think here's the conclusion I've come to about this particular thing is that any of these things can be a component towards a goal, towards a better lifestyle, but it cannot be the thing.
Right. Yeah.
It can jumpstart. It can be additive. It can be part of an equation, but it cannot be.
Here's an example. This Brian Johnson guy, the Don't Die guy.
Yeah.
Right. All he does, his literally whole life is around optimizing, is around diet, is around exercise, is around data, is around, you know, just optimizing everything. And
with the express goal of living forever.
Right.
That's his thing.
And recently he was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease where he has gastritis, where it's like his stomach lining is eating itself. And there's like a lot of conversation around that he's like, you know, he takes like hundreds of supplements every day and he's constantly optimizing. That causes stress in the body. Whether you like it or not, when you're constantly monitoring yourself, you're monitoring your sleep, you're monitoring your movement, you're monitoring your food, you know, you're eating a very strict diet, you're causing stress in the body. You are not living, you know, and then you develop an autoimmune disease.
I did not know this.
Yeah. And that's the problem is the world that we live in talks so, you know, there's the Oura rings, there's Apple watches. We're always constantly monitoring ourselves. How many Strava, how many steps, how many this, like everything is about optimizing. And that leads to stress. That causes your cortisol to go up. And, you know, I, for one, when I listen to my body, like I feel so much, I feel freedom. Like I work out when I feel like this morning, I started lifting. I wanted to do like a 45-minute workout. After 15, 20 minutes, I was tired. I was gassed and I stopped. And like my old self would have white knuckled and pushed through. My new self is like, no, that was enough. Like, I'm good. I did 15 minutes. I'm going to walk. Like, that's more than enough. I don't need to hurt myself. I don't, you know, I'm sore already. I can stop here. And there's no, I'm not, you know, I'm not upset about it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not, you know, and I'm not stressed about exercise. I'm not stressed about what I'm eating. I try to eat, you know, I try to get the most bang for my buck nutrition wise, but I eat, you know, I eat the cake. Like
we have pizza night.
We have pizza nights. Like I don't overthink it, and it doesn't cause stress. And I'm in the best shape of my life, you know. And I'm not counting. I'm not optimizing anything. I don't have an Oura ring. I don't have fancy you know, other than our cold plunge, which I only plunge maybe twice a month. I only plunge when I feel like energetic to do it, right? Like I'm not optimizing anything. I don't have a red light panel. The sun is free. I go outside. I get my sunlight. You know what I mean? I want to be like I intuitively want to be around nature. I want to be in the water. I want to be in a forest. I want to walk outside. These are all intuitive. Do I need to stand on a shake board in front of a red light panel? Like that's weird to me. You know, now in the morning, now I'm trying to incorporate some Qigong because I hear it's really good for your nervous system. And it's like a shot of espresso before I even have coffee. And that feels good, right? That feels good to me. Is it something I'm going to stick to? I don't know. Right now it feels good, right? And that's the whole point, is creating this relationship with yourself where you're not constantly optimizing and checking and because that leads to stress. Like like the wellness trends can lead to stress and take you away from that intuition, right?
Yeah.
Because your body will tell you what feels good when you eat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it will tell you when you've eaten too much. It will tell you when you're hungry. I honor that. When I'm hungry, I honor my hunger. I don't skip meals if I'm busy. I honor that time. When I need to rest, I honor that time. When I'm feeling feelings and emotional, I honor that. You know, like I just let myself be. Like you just let yourself be.
It's so simple, yet so difficult.
It's so simple and very difficult.
It's the most difficult period in the history of time to just be,
because everything is all the content we're consuming, and we're seeing women wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning doing a 2-hour, workout routine, taking 100 supplements. I take my supplements. Do I take them every day? No. Do I beat myself up over it? No. Do I optimize everything? No. I just looked, I got my labs done. Like, I kept it simple. I got my labs done. I spoke to some doctors to get advice of what supplements. I did my own research, and I chose the supplements to like help me feel good, right? But I feel the same. So it's important, of course, do those things and go get your labs done. Like, I believe in going to go to a regular doctor. I go to a functional doctor, so I can get like the whole spectrum, and that's it. Like, I move on with my life. Like, it doesn't need to be so complicated.
Nope.
And really the key is keeping your stress levels down. And if looking at your Oura Ring or your Apple Watch, that causes stress. Oh, I didn't sleep well enough. You'll know if you didn't sleep well. Constantly monitoring is not going to help your sleep. Constantly counting calories is not going to help you lose weight in the long run. Unless you're like a bodybuilder or you're an athlete or you're doing a competition, you need to optimize. But, day to day.
Most of us aren't doing that.
Day to day, women need to learn how to eat. Yes, we need to learn how to eat. We need to learn, what our bodies need, right? What's nutritious for us, but not in a diet way. In more of an empowering way, like how to create a nutritious meal, right? Like, how much protein do I need? How much fiber do I need? And then all the rest is whatever. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now.
Preach. Well, listen, I have the perfect way to blend these first two topics between our businesses and summer, and promote one more thing before we move on to what is going to be one of my favorite topics that we've ever talked about. But August, notoriously...
Oh, we're plugging our party.
Yes. This is, we're coming up. When this gets live, we'll be right around the 3-week mark before the party. It's party time. Yeah. So, in the spirit of what we're talking about and enjoying every last drop of summer, and with my wife's incredible history of party planning and throwing in the JC area, we have teamed up with Pier 13 for a Shuva Sunrise Dance Party, 9 a.m., August 2nd, Pier 13. We're going to have a DJ, whole family. This is a family-friendly event. This is not even family-friendly. This is family-centered.
Yes.
But we invite everybody.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in a family.
Yeah.
That'd be weird to not have any family. But if that's you, great.
Everyone's welcome.
Everyone is
family
welcome.
Friendly. There are going to be kids.
There are going to be kids. We're going to have a DJ. It's going to be a dance party. Cold plunges.
Coffee by Hybrid Coffee. We have arts and crafts by Laura from Sensory Play.
We've got every base covered.
Every base covered. It's going to be great. Like, tire your kids out, bring them home at noon, put them down for a nap.
Down for nap time. Yeah, 9 to 12. Yeah. It's going to be an absolute blast.
There's food trucks. There's all kinds of,
Pier 13's a vibe, regardless.
I love Pier 13.
It's such a summer
vibe. It's such a great place.
It's a great place just to be, but we're going to light it up first thing in the morning, get your body moving, tire your kids out, get them ready for nap time, have a blast, and come party with us for a little bit. August 2nd, 9 a.m. So wanted to plug that before we keep it moving. 2, I'm going to let you introduce this. This was your brainchild that you found somebody online that just touts this like no other, and you brought it into our household, and go.
The night shower. Obviously I'm into like all the nervous system stuff, and I don't know, one night I was like, I look at Tony, I was like, let's take a night shower. Like, the night shower is basically you take a shower in the dark at night, in the evening before bed, and you close the lights, and you just, when you close the lights, you get to like experience all your senses, like the hot water, and it's incredibly regulating. And what it does, it actually helps produce melatonin, which gets you ready. Cue. Yeah, it's a cue for sleep. It helps produce melatonin. Like, the darkness helps cue that it's nighttime, and the water is very soothing. And you literally, we've been doing it like every night for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we do it every night, and like literally in the shower, you feel your nervous system like it's like all the day just like washes away. And especially if you struggle with sleep or you struggle with like nighttime spiraling or anxiety, it's such a good tool. It's free. And also, if you want to spice things up in your marriage, like have a shower with your partner. Like, you know,
I mean, it is the most effortless foreplay you could possibly incorporate into your day. And not only that, we've even brought in a little eucalyptus plant that we've hung
and it
around
doesn't
the
need to
shower.
lead to sex. Even just like the intimacy part and just being close together and chatting and, you know.
I mean,
like,
there is no part about this event that I don't thoroughly love, other than the fact that you get too hot eventually and we have to leave. Like if it weren't for that, I would stay in there for an hour. Our water bill would be absolutely crazy, and we would probably have protesters outside our house. It is just a phenomenal thing to do for yourself.
Yeah.
And bonus points if you have a window. I really feel like the dusk through the window,
but it has
creates a
actual
vibe.
benefits, like the melatonin production. Also, getting out of the shower, it lowers your temperature, so like which is optimal for sleep.
Oh.
You know, because the heat, and then you're out, so it lowers your body temp. The darkness of it, you know, like all.
It is a vibe.
Yeah, it's
just
the best.
It's a vibe. I could stand there. Like, first of all, there's about minute and a half in is when I'm going to have like a yawn from
the yawn.
the depths.
So
first yawn.
So the yawn is basically your parasympathetic, your nervous system going to parasympathetic, which is your rest and digest.
Oh.
And really, it's so calming and so regulating, and highly recommend. I was influenced by Dr. Will Cole. Like, I follow him on Instagram, and he has really good content that I like align with, and he posts about the night shower all the time. Like, he swears by it. I was like, okay, fine, I'll be influenced. Like, this is free. It doesn't like cost me anything, you know. I'm all about free tools. Like, you don't need fancy things.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, even if you're into cold plunging, like you can, you know, dunk your head in a bowl of ice. Like, you can take a cold shower. Like, you know, for us, having a cold plunge is a privilege, and it's great, but we don't like need it.
I wouldn't have to have it in order to do it would be harder, but I would find a way. I mean, listen, the first iteration.
I do want a sauna though. That's something I do want. I do want a sauna.
That is cost prohibitive barrier to entry, but that's fine. We will figure that out.
Yeah. When you know, when life allows it, we'll get a sauna for sure, but like you don't need it either. Like, you know, go outside, sweat, like go
just sit
sweat
in your car in the summer.
I mean, I have a sauna blanket, which is effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the sauna. Has really good benefits. It does lower your.
But night shower's free.
Night shower's free, and you sweat, and it increases your heat. You're like in your body.
I feel like we've done a lot of different things over the past. 2026 has been a cool year for us. I think it just feels like a different vibe. I mean, obviously, over the past 3 years, we've had a certain flavor, and now we've come through the other side of it, and now this is a different vibe. And of all the things that I've personally done to change my day to day, night shower is at the top of my list. Top of the list.
No, you're weight training too. You're weight training.
Night shower is top of the list.
Okay.
I factored it in.
Okay.
I just think the return on investment of night shower as a couple.
Why? Because you're getting laid more.
I think we're about the same pace. I think the experience has been leveled up a bit. I think we've hit a new stride.
I think people think we're like the horniest horn dogs.
I don't think they would be entirely wrong. That's fine. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. My dad's not listening to this, nor do I care. Yeah. But yes, I put night shower at the top for us. Yes, I'm weight training, but that's a great benefits as well. Not poo-pooing that, but night shower.
Night shower.
Night shower is taking the cake. I'm obsessed with it.
I know you are. Okay. That's our...
And that's talking night shower.
Yeah.
Night shower. Plus, it sounds great. If I had a new band, I would name it. I would call it Night Shower.
Yep.
Somebody steal
what's
that.
next? We are heading on vacation on Friday.
Yes, we are.
We're heading to Florida,
and
then
boat.
We're going on a cruise with my whole family and Tony's parents. So that's going to be exciting. And slightly dysregulating. I mean, being around family and just like so many different energies and people, but I know it's going to be a good opportunity for me to choose the dirt road, to pause before I react, to, work on certain things that are still maybe lingering for me when it comes to like my family.
Listen, all right. First of all, I love cruises. For this phase of life with little kids, cruises are just reduce the mental load by a factor that no other vacation style can. Like when you're on a cruise, you have fixed variables in terms of food, activities, etc. It just makes so many different parts of the experience easy. That being said, for somebody like my wife who, what do you call your nervous system? Sensitized. Somebody with a sensitized nervous system, a cruise ship can be incredibly stimulating. Like it is, I mean, on one hand, you're on the water. Great. That's nice. Water's good. We love water.
There's so much going on.
On the other hand, you're on a floating casino almost of
there's people everywhere.
People everywhere. There's
noise.
Flashing lights. There's noises. There's bands. There's karaoke. There literally is a casino. There's probably a water park. There's stuff on, like it's a floating city of stimulation.
Yeah.
Trying to convince you to buy experiences, products, whatever. So in that respect, plus the family, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot that
now you're giving me anxiety.
No, I'm preparing you mentally for what you're about to embark on, because the more that you know, the more that you're aware, the better you're going to be.
I know, and I think really for me is the key is like I don't need to do everything. I'm not missing out on anything. I can take moments to pause, to breathe, to go back to the room, to sit in the dark, to rest. And that's it. Like I'm gonna, that's just the work is like knowing when you've reached your limit and knowing when you're overstimulated and removing yourself for even just a couple of minutes.
You're just gonna be laying by the pool in a bikini under the auspice of regulation the whole time. You're like, guys, I need to regulate myself.
I'm gonna go to the adult. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the adult pool with my headphones on. I'm gonna find like a spot like in the sun, away from everybody, and that's just gonna be my regulation. Getting walks in and.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
It'll be awesome.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
All the grandparents.
I will be in my luteal phase, which is kind of sticky for me. So we'll see. Nothing I could do about that. Yeah.
Eileen is going to be on the boat also. So we'll have to be vigilant for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Eileen's my inner critic that Tony is familiar with.
Yeah. Got to be on the lookout for her.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, you
throw her overboard.
You can support me if you feel like I'm getting activated. And
I'm
all you got to tell me is dirt road. Like if you see me getting activated for my family, just be like dirt road. You know what I mean? Like that's
my first instinct right now that I just noticed in the last moment like this is to say data to you.
Data? No, just say dirt road. Like choose your dirt road.
Dirt road. Okay.
Because my superhighway is reacting to my family. Is getting dysregulated, is fighting, is getting defensive.
Yeah.
The dirt road is just pausing and letting them
be them.
Let them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let them and not internalize it and just pause before reacting. And
we're gonna be in paradise. It'll be great.
Yeah. Pina coladas.
Yep.
It's gonna be great. On that note, wish us luck. We'll be back 2 weeks. And have a great summer. And I'm going to be 43 years old, too.
Summer hard.
We chat.
Summer hard.
Yeah.
Later.